This is the MGTOW Infinium here with another Infinium out and about. This Infinium out and about is entitled The Normalization of Wrong. Now, my brothers, I'm here again at the Great Bridge Log Park, and it is a beautiful day, wonderful day, mid-fall day. Leaves in this part of the country are just beginning to turn, that type of thing. And again, it is a beautiful day and a wonderful day to be alive as a MGTOW man. Now, I'm going to try to do this as quickly as I can, this Infinium out and about, because the normies have been gang stalking me, and this is the third take of this out and about. And I'm going to attempt to do this as quickly as I can and get out of here, because the normies are gang stalking me, even though this park was very empty when I came in here. But of course, every time I press the record button, here they come. But nevertheless, my brothers, I would like to talk to you about the normalization of wrong. Now, we are aware, because of our presence within the feminist plantation state, that we are basically an irritant, and more than an irritant, we are the desperados, I would say, of the feminist plantation state. And we know of things that are clearly wrong, that are not right. But my brothers, to the extent that we know of these things, it is getting worse and worse, in my opinion. And my brothers, I'm finding out every day how bad this situation is. The condition of calling wrong right. Now, we're aware of certain things, like, for instance, we cannot go and say we are free men without being accosted and saying that we're crazy, that we are the ones that are destroying society because we seek to live our lives in freedom and in peace. Like, for instance, we seek not to marry. We seek not to do the things that would entangle us and would restrict our freedom and take away from who we are as free men. We know of these things. But my brothers, it is other things as well. It is across the board. Now, for instance, I was listening to a channel called Destro, I believe that's what it's called, and he had on there segments with women who said they were run through, and basically we men have to accept them. We men have to suck up and accept what they are and who they represent, my brothers. So there it is again, my brothers, a condition where women are openly saying that they are run through, and that we must accept that condition. We must accept that they are run through, have high body counts, and there's nothing wrong with it. And my brothers, aside from the insanity of what that creates, aside from the insanity of that notion, my brothers, the aspect of a man who wants a chaste woman or a woman with a low body count is unacceptable in terms of the feminist plantation state. And so this is something where an issue which is clearly wrong is being purported to be right. And it's not just that, my brothers. In the last few weeks, there's been a rise of women who are saying that they have herpes. And again, it is okay to have relationships with them, that you're an idiot, you're crazy if you don't accept a woman with herpes. These types of things are going on, and these types of things are happening. And it is across the board. Women with high student loan debts saying that men who do not accept them, who do not want them, are crazy, and that men should take on those debts and pay those debts. That is wrong, my brothers. But yet again, it is being purported as being right. And my brothers, again, this is getting worse and worse, in my opinion, and will continue to get worse and worse because of the aspect of the feminist plantation state. The foundations of it beginning to crumble, beginning to fall apart. But my brothers, the aforementioned is why we must, as MGTOW men, walk in integrity, my brothers. The aforementioned is why we must operate in integrity, my brothers. Now, the other aspect, my brothers, as I'm trying to do this out and about quickly, is the ongoing issue of women speaking for us, of saying that we know about men's problems and we can speak about men's problems, and therefore the taking away of our ability as free men to speak about our problems, to speak to the issues that we face. It is, again, the ongoing issue of this happening, which is also wrong, my brothers. For instance, the Sunday before this video was produced, Hemahan had a live stream which had a video from Joker, wherein Joker was collaborating with a female content creator who is supposedly on our side, so to speak, and her channel is called Far From Eden, I believe. But it was very distressing as to what Joker was doing. First of all, it was the women speaking about our problems and the allowance of this happening, where a woman is addressing our problems instead of we men speaking about our problems, instead of we men addressing our problems with our voices. There it is again, the woman speaking about our problems. And during this interview that Joker had, he did not really speak. She did most of the talking. So again, the issue of having a woman speak for us, speak to the nature of our problems, my brothers, it is wrong. And even further, what Joker did was to muddy the waters, so to speak. Just like Human did, just like Think Before You Sleep did, he muddied the waters in terms of it's okay to allow this to happen. It's okay to interact with women in this nature, even though we have the debacles like Just Pearly things that have happened in the past. Sarah Dawn Moore, all of these things have happened. Yet again, this is going on. A woman speaking about our issues, speaking to the nature of our issues, and overrunning someone who should be standing up to this and standing up to what is being done, because this is a dangerous condition. And we all know as men that this is dangerous because of what has happened in the past, the chaos, the types of strife that this has caused by women speaking in this manner, taking control of the narrative. My brothers, again, this is a condition which is wrong, which is being called right. And my brothers, even further, Joker made some inferences that a married man is actually a MGTOW man. That is wrong, my brothers. A married man cannot be and will never be a MGTOW man because a married man is a slave, my brothers. I can go on and on about the aspects of being married, but essentially this: any man who is married cannot be a MGTOW. There is no possibility of that because of the conditions of marriage, because of what has happened, because of the feminist plantation state, because of what has happened, because of marriage being turned into a scam. That cannot be. So again, we have Joker doing these things, muddying the waters, just like Human did, just like Think Before You Sleep did. All these things, muddying the waters, knowingly doing these things in face of the things that are going on with men, the problems that men face. Again, men in westernized societies face a condition where they cannot speak for themselves. They cannot say anything about their issues, and it is wrong, my brothers. This condition is being called right by the feminist plantation state. Joker is aware of this, and he allowed these things to happen, my brothers, in face of all the things that have happened in the past because of women speaking for us, because of muddying the waters by content creators like him who have developed big followings, big communities, only to turn on those communities and make it seem like the men who have stayed away from marriage, who have stayed away from the interactions with women because of the dangers involved, to make those men feel that they are the ones that are wrong. They are the ones that should interact with women, even in the face of the dangers that they face because of these things. My brothers, that is wrong. I would say that Joker is doing these things because of money. And my brothers, it brings me to this. We MGTOW men must stand in integrity at all times. It is because of these things that are going on, because of men like Joker who are doing these things, the things that are going on within the feminist plantation state. My brothers, we must stand in integrity at all times. We have to do it, my brothers. My brothers, I know there probably is an issue in terms of what Joker is doing concerning money. And of course, my brothers, we all need money to put gas in our gas tanks. We all need money to fill our bellies, so to speak, to pay our bills, to do what we need to do. Of course we do. I do. I know you do, my brothers. But my brothers, when it comes to a thing like being a content creator who has a large following and who is dealing with the type of thing where men can get into a condition where they commit suicide because of the problems and the issues that they're facing, my brothers, you have to understand that there has to be a point of integrity no matter what. And you cannot do these things. You cannot muddy the waters of something that is so dangerous, or do like Human did, create a big following and say that you're one way, basically talking out of two sides of your mouth, saying one thing, and then all of a sudden turning around and saying that, oh, I'm like this. And the men that once believed that you were anti-marriage, that you were a staunch MGTOW man, well, you're now turning against those men, and you're blaming them and telling them that they are wrong for not wanting to interact with women. They are wrong for not wanting to get married. My brothers, that is wrong. And that is why we MGTOW men, all of us, you, I, we MGTOW men must stand in integrity. And my brothers, it becomes particularly important if you are in the operation of producing MGTOW content. You must consider, my brothers, that that content is for the better good of we men, and it should not be considered as something where you can grift, where you can muddy the waters, where you can build up a big following and then throw that following under the bus because you have your money in your pocket. You have to consider those things, my brothers, because that is wrong. And it is something that the feminist plantation state wants to happen. They want the muddying of the waters. They want the big followings to be thrown under the bus to cause confusion, to cause disillusion, to cause strife, my brothers. They want these things to happen because, again, the feminist plantation state considers that type of condition to be right. And my brothers, it is totally wrong. My brothers, again, you will hear me harping about integrity and that we must stand in integrity as MGTOW men no matter what. You will hear me saying these things. You have heard me in the past, you'll hear me now in the present, and you will hear me in the future speaking about these things. Because, my brothers, it is important. It is important in terms of what we are. We are free men, and free men stand up in integrity because of their freedom, my brothers. We must understand that. My brothers, again, look at who you are as a free man. Look at the nature of what you are as a free man. And you will see that, again, the only way for you to maintain that freedom is to stand up in integrity. No matter what you do, even if it's just writing a comment on a channel, or if you're doing something like I'm doing full-out content, my brothers, you, I, we must stand in integrity. It is the integrity that allows us to say no to these things. It is the integrity that causes us to stand up to women who say we must accept them with high body counts, that we cannot have a woman who is chaste, to stand up to the debauchery, to stand up to all these things that are going on. That is why, my brothers, we must at all times, in everything that we do, stand up in integrity. My brothers, again, if we do not, we will lose what we now have, and that is a community where men can come and express their problems, express what they're going through without a woman speaking for them, without a woman interacting for them, to have a conversation with a man without the presence of a woman. My brothers, again, it is so bad right now that men cannot talk alone in public without the presence of a woman. You will notice that if you talk alone with a man in public, there will be a woman who will come by and stand there and listen to you, my brothers. Again, this is why we must stand up in integrity in everything that we do. In everything that we do. It is important, my brothers. It is important not only for your freedom, my freedom, our freedom, but it is important because of what we represent. We are free men, my brothers. And we must remind ourselves daily of that fact, my brothers. We are free men. My brothers, again, stand in integrity no matter what you do, no matter what you face, no matter what you go through, my brothers. That is the only way we will make it in terms of our freedom, in terms of maintaining our freedom, in terms of walking towards our freedom, and staying on the pathway that saves our lives in terms of our freedom, my brothers. My brothers, again, we must operate in integrity no matter what. We must walk in integrity no matter what. Because, my brothers, again, it is about our freedom. It is about who we are as free men who have the right to be free and deserve to be free. This is the MGTOW Infinium, and this has been an Infinium out and about. My MGTOW brothers, as always, stay safe, stay strong, stay on the MGTOW path, and remember, MGTOW is the liberation of men's minds. MGTOW cannot and will not be stopped.